I will not live on memory. I will not die on memory. For my memory will be made to serve me. I am not the imprint of my profession. I am not a cog in a machine. It's amazing how small a thought changes a life. If the good or bad exercise of the will does alter the world, it can alter only the limits of the world. The effect is it becomes an altogether different world. It is amazing that if you kiss in love, you kiss a soul. Venus was born from quantum foam. If the good or bad exercise of death is not an event in life, we do not live to experience death. Eternity is timelessness, not senselessness. Eternal life belongs to those who live in the present. I will not live on memory. I will not die on memory. Memory will serve me. And then our life has no end. My memory will be made to serve me. Death is not an event. Then eternal life belongs to those who live in the present. And then our life has no end. In any case, the temporal immortality of the human soul completely fails the purpose for which it is always intended. Riddles are not solved by surviving forever. It takes only an instant to grasp the point of a joke, even a bad one. El mundo de valores como una piedra pulmentada. And fearing death, why indignity, loss and pain? Yet in these we all share this weave of existence, just a knot of despair, empirical necessity. If asked to choose between nothing and everything, but the price of life was death, what then could be your answer in this? We all share suffering, brought to the point of joy. For all of this is necessity. Why do those who have found, after a long period of doubt, that the sense of life became clear to them, being unable to say what constituted that sense, but listen carefully and make them manifest, for they are what is mystical. If you knew what it was I was showing, and for whom it was doing. If you knew what it was I was thinking, and for whom I was thinking it, you would embrace me here. For here, in amongst all this death and dying memory, you would glimpse a breath of life and sense it all. That wriggling worm is all the future. Keep it warm, keep it safe, and one day, invoking hope, you might just be lucky and see it fly away. Salvation is not gained by sight of anything, but requires strenuous effort. But I will tell you this: seek out your salvation with diligence. The world of the happy man is different from that of the unhappy man. The greatest lesson that history can teach is that of the life from God amongst us to hell on earth. The whole of philosophy of the soul is amidst the wreckage of that fall. That life is labelled with so infamous a name, shows all we need to appreciate the essence of humanity. and what we must do about it, and why we must do it. Within nature, our nature asks why the nature of reality is flux. Flux, the nature of existence, is change. The nature of being is adaptability. Fearing loss, I feel estranged. All things must die. Our life has no end, just as our visual field has no limits. For the solution of the riddle of life in space and time lies not within space and time. The artist is dead. Long live the poet. Thing is, but I can long live the poet thing. You don't believe in heaven or hell. Heaven is one thing, but I can show you a photo of hell. There is a soft lyricism that blows within the wind, that flows across the moonlight curtain, a rhythm in the patter of dropping rain, tapping on wood and tiled clay roofs, strains of melody that harmonise the early morning song of long-winged birds, white cranes who strut and stretch their long-beaked necks through beams of running water, and in these the setting little pools they spy small fish darting by, and through the tangled weeds the sunshine feeds that grows below. The crystal streams which keeps their river flowing ever faster above the surface flares and flashes the glare of light concealed on view. The prey, and what that prey's stalker catches below the wind reflects the currents gush and gurgling rush around the long-legged steps the long-necked bird has trod. But to the fish these white plumped pillars are tall and mighty towers that remind them of the long dead winded names. For God, remember. Quarter of a year, 1/4 of a year after they broke my chain and let me free, and I let me free. The artist is dead. Long live the poet.